What's good, YouTube? It's your boy FantaSZN, aka Fanta, and if you're an OG, you might even know me as Imagine Slaying. And like I promised you guys, I'm coming at you guys with that jump shot video from the 177-point rec video that you guys had just watched. I am going to be showing you guys exactly what I look at and exactly what you could be mistiming with this jump shot. Like I said in the other video, every time my jump shot goes broke, I come back to reliable, and this is it. So I'm gonna walk you guys through exactly what I'm looking at to time this jump shot, and I'm gonna use it on release and push. If you're a set point user, honestly don't even know if this jump shot will be good for you in the first place, but for my people who use release and push, I will be showing you guys this video how to use this jump shot. So I'm not just giving you a jump shot like most people do and say figure it out, I'm green with it. No, I'm gonna be breaking down what's good about this jump shot and what to look at while greening with this jump shot. So we are in the Gatorade facility. I'm going to show you guys how to use this jump shot on every single timing now: release, set point, push, and I will attempt set point and jump. I'm telling you right now, it is not the jump shot's fault if I start doinking with set point and jump when I try to show you guys. That is just me not knowing how to use those timings, and this jump shot is extremely fast. It's extremely fast for me being on release, so I can't imagine push, set point, or jump, but I'm gonna try to make it rock and show you guys exactly what you need to look at. So first things first, let me show you guys what I'm used to and what I know how to time with it, which is release. Let's get into what you need to look at when you're using this jump shot with release. As you guys can tell, it's a very fast jump shot. You can't really look at any other timing. That's why I use this jump shot on release. There's no cue to this jump shot other than the flick. Like, you can kind of see it like load up, like his elbow like shoots straight up and he just like releases it forward. So I use it on release for this reason. Like, as you guys can see, like there's not much to look at, like at all. When you look at this jump shot, a lot of my other jump shots, you can kind of see it load up and you can tell when the flick is about to come. But with this jump shot, it's one of those things where you honestly just kind of have to fill it out and release it on the flick. I think that this jump shot is going to be best on release. If you guys use push or any other jump shots, I'd advise you to still try it, you know what I mean? Because as you guys can see, I dropped 177 with it. It is a fast jump shot. It doesn't get contested a lot. Its defensive immunity is pretty high because of the speed, and even if the stats don't show it, I'm letting you know I have a lot of jump shots, and this jump shot by far gets contested the least just because how fast it is. So with this, you honestly want to look at the release. I have not been using this jump shot in a while because how fast of it, but you guys have been asking me for this jump shot, so I threw it back on to show you guys. I'm just going to keep shooting a couple more times. As you guys can see at the release, you see it loads up and there's just a hard flick. I'm releasing it on that flick. I'll have Bodak slow the jump shot down a couple of these shots so you can see exactly where the release point is. Other than that should be it for release. Now let's try it on push, and I'll kind of break down and show you guys what I feel on push. All right, now that we are here, we are going to be switching this jump shot to push. Now that we have on push, we can go onto the court. Actually, I do this in between. Let me put y'all on game. Every time you change your jump shot or your SIGs or anything like that in 2K, I don't know if you guys notice, but it doesn't always save. So what you guys need to start doing is you want to click on appearance. You can just hover on whatever you have, press triangle, and just edit something about it. It could be your facial hair, it could be your chin, your nose. I just go all the way to the bottom because it's closest to, like, you know what I mean, to continue. And I just changed the chest hair. Like, you can't really ever see chest hair. So it's just something I changed to update to get my jump shot or whatever release, or you know what I mean. I wanted to update right away. I don't want to wait a game when I just tried to change it, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so to be honest, it's the same way as release. I've never used this jump shot with push, but push honestly feels like release in this game. I've noticed that now with a couple different jump shots. I try to use push and release it a little bit earlier than release, and I end up just earlying it. But push is really just like, okay, so it's like right in the middle of release, but it's still like not push, you know what I mean? Like, it feels like a little later than what late was last year, but it's kind of just the same thing. It's just right off the flick. I'm timing it right off the flick and it's going in. That's honestly slightly early, so I'm holding it to, yeah, it honestly just feels like release with standing. See, like I said, I honestly don't even know if you should use this jump shot if you're not on release. Or maybe I just don't know how to time it. Or I'm shooting a lot of slightly earlies. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Okay, I'm honestly just going to shoot it like it's release. Yeah, shoot it like it's release and it goes in. I'm going to be honest. Push and release are almost identical for standing shots. This feels exactly like release. I'm honestly going to step off and double check to make sure I have push. Do I have push on? Yeah. Wow. Wow. Push and release is exactly the same, bro. Yeah, but back to shooting. So anyways, enough yapping about the timing. Let me tell you guys exactly what I'm looking at when I started greening this. It's honestly the same as release. The ball's like flicking towards like my head, and as soon as he like releases it, I'm releasing it, and I'm on push. So I don't know if this is just like Gatorade facility delay or what, but I'm timing this like the same way as release. Honestly, do the same thing you did with release. If you guys have tried release and push, but it's the same breakdown as release. There's no really like cue to look at the jumper. You just kind of wait for the flick and then release. That's what I'm doing right now, and I haven't missed since I started doing that. So yeah, that's the timing for push. Now let's try this set point piece. This is where I think things are going to get pretty ugly with this jump shot. But maybe not. I don't know. People say they like set point. I've tried it for a little bit, and it was decent. So, all right. Now, what's the timing? Early. For my set point users, you guys will understand that it's kind of like waiting for the flick as well. Except, like, the flick is earlier in the jump shot, if that makes sense. Like, I'm just holding it and I'm letting go. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. I'm putting my controller cam on. I feel like I need to show you guys my controller cam for this to make sense of what I'm trying to explain to you guys. All right, now we are here. As you guys can see, we do have the controller. So maybe you guys can slow the video down, or maybe Bodak can slow the video down for you guys and show you guys the difference of what I'm trying to say. I've never used set point with this jump shot, but it honestly doesn't feel too bad either. I'm releasing it on the flick, except it's not the actual flick, if that makes sense. I don't know how to I want you to try push and then try set point, and then I want you guys to shoot with this jump shot. If you're watching this video, you're trying to test out this jump shot. If you're confused with what I'm trying to say, it's kind of like shooting off feeling. I feel like with release and push, I'm visually looking at my character, but with set point, you can't look at your character and shoot it off the flick, but you can kind of like feel your player, like you can feel the whole jump shot in a way, in a sense. Like, I'm not physically looking at my hands, but I can just feel the jumper. I guess that's what people always say, like, oh, do you look at your hands or do you shoot off muscle memory? I've always used release, so my answer has always been hands. But for people that shoot off just like muscle memory, I can see why they use set point, because this is honestly pretty green. I personally wouldn't want to use this for the simple fact that I play Pro-Am, and the type of shots that I shoot, my jump shot's always speeding up and slowing down. And I feel like that might get a little crazy with set point, with timing that consistently. But for just open shots, like this is pretty easy. I'm gonna be honest. Set point, honestly, I thought this wouldn't feel good with my jump shot, but I'm greening with this more than I have any of my other jumpers. It's just the fact that because of when you get slow shots and fast shots and whatnot. But I haven't used set point with this jump shot, so who knows? Maybe I might try set point with this jump shot, and it honestly might be a difference maker, and I'll just be greening every shot like this, because this is... Let me try to back fade with it. Yeah, this feels nice. I can see why you guys use that. And then let me just show you guys this jump shot before I use jump, because I don't think there is a single reason. I don't think I'm going to green anything. I honestly don't. This is the jump shot. Let me move my face cam for you boys. This is what I dropped 177 rec with. As you guys can see, the defensive immunity is an A, which is pretty hard to get in this game. It's because I have very fast releases on. Jerry West isn't even a fast release. It just has an A+ timing stability, so I'm using it. Because Colin Sexton is just an insanely fast jump shot. Like, Look at this. If I were to put this to all FantaSZN, you can mess around with the blending, do whatever you want. Like, look how fast that shot is. That is lightning quick. He instantly just pushes it out the way. He instantly just pushes it. I'll move the controller as well so you guys can see the immunity I'm talking about. With the original timing, it looks like this. It has an A immunity, B plus timing stability, A plus release speed, and a B height. Now, I want you to look at the difference between these two jump shots. With Jerry West, you see how, like, look how long that takes to get off. And it looks pretty ugly. But now with FantaSZN, look at this. Look how fast he just launches the ball out. It's just instant. And that's just not timable. I've tried to use a lot of FantaSZN in my jumpers, and I've just never been successful with it. So I threw on a slower release with a nice timing stability with the FantaSZN. And I tried it out in that rec game. I dropped like, I think 70 points. Then I dropped like 100 points game 2. And I was like, you know what? Let's go for the record. And then that's where we went for it. And I dropped 177 with this custom on. It is super fast, super reliable. Now that I've showed you guys this jump shot, I am going to try it on jump and try to explain and show you guys how to green with it. I do not think I'm going to green a shot. I'll be honest with you. Like, I don't know how people use jump. I know a lot of people say they use jump. I'll leave the controller and put the cam back on for you guys. I don't know how people use jump, but I've never even attempted it more than once, because once I did it, I was just like, this is not usable, and took it right off. I mean, I feel like it's kind of easier. It's kind of easier to time this, because it's like there's not much to like adjusting to do, other than like, I guess you just shoot at the peak of the jump, right? I don't know how people use this. This is insanely fast. I'm honestly gonna just look at my hands. Looking at the jump is a little difficult for me. So the jump shot gets to like the peak of the shot like right away. The same way I've been telling you guys I look at my hand with any of the other timings. It feels the same way with jump. I can see why people use jump though. There's like less error for like, it's more just like, if I were to be bad at the game, and I'm not calling you guys bad if you use jump at all. This is your money. This is your go-to. Go ahead and use jump. But I can see why, like, if I were to be bad at the game, I feel like I'd have the best chance greening using jump. So let's say you're just completely struggling in NBA 2K24 to shoot the ball. Try out jump. That's what I've taken away from this. I'm missing just because I use release. So this is I use the thing that's furthest away from jump. So this is throwing me off and I keep shooting slightly late. But if you were already used to this, it honestly feels pretty good. But something I've learned about this game while doing this video is that you can look at your hands for every single release. I thought release was the only release you could stare at your hands and wait for the flick for. But all these other timings do is just change how fast the ball gets to your release point. Now, this doesn't mean that it changes your shot timing to where like you get your shot off faster. So I've already asked Mike about that when I was there testing the game, and he said that it absolutely has zero impact in how fast you're getting your jump shot off. But like from a visual standpoint, I'm just looking at my hands all the way through. I started missing when I tried anything else with all these releases. You could look at your hands. With jump, it's just like I'm looking at my hands right away. That's the only difference. But now if I were to throw on release, I wouldn't be at the top of my release point after holding square for a second. Like the whole jump shot would have a load up. All right, with all that being said, that is the jump shot. That is all the timings. I tried to give you guys the best breakdown with each timing that I possibly could, to be honest. I know it looked a little doink, but that, I promise you, that was user error. Do not blame that on the jump shot. It's just pretty hard to go from timing to timing and green consistently. But I think that's going to be all for this video. Let me know what video you guys want next. I am, like I said, going to be dropping 3 YouTube videos a week from now on. I'm going to take YouTube serious. Enough yapping. It's your boy FantaSZN, aka Fanta, and if you're an OG, you might even know me as Imagine Slaying, and I'm out. Peace. Mwah.